This time I got a Sony CDP X111ES, and this one's not loading a disc properly. This one was here about a year ago to have a belt replaced and the switches cleaned, and apparently it's now suffering a loading problem yet again. So let's see what's wrong with it this time. What appears to be happening on this one, and this was one that was in about a year ago for the belt to be replaced and the switches cleaned, but it appears that the disc clamp is not clamping the disc correctly. It's just not rotating freely. See, and now it rotates. Now at that time it clamped properly, but something's sticking. I think maybe the new belt is slipping. Observe, but it does it. Of course, now it's not going to do it. But if we listen very carefully, okay, if I push it in, I think the belt is just slipping ever so slightly. So we'll have to try a little bit tighter belt on this one. I think that's all it is that the new belt is slipping a bit. So we'll just pop the front cover off again. That just lifts off from the front here. Just pop it up. And I'll pop the deck out. And we'll change that belt again, and this time put a little tighter one in. 3 screws hold the mechanism in place. I'll put a link to the original one I did last year because I did the clean the switches and went through the operation. This time we're just going to do a quick belt change and get this thing up and running. So I'm not going to go through how the thing operates and how the switches work and stuff, but I'll put a link in the description to the original so that you can watch the original video. Lifts up just like that, and I'm also not going to disconnect the CD player from the main board because I don't want to go through all the anti-static procedures I have to go through to protect the laser. I'm going to keep the circuitry connected. Turn the mechanism here to open it up. Pull the drawer out. The belt is right here. I can pop this top piece off. I don't even want to unplug anything. Just pop out these clips on either side, and this will lift off the top. Just like that. Remove the belt again. Remove the 2 gears. And let's find a smaller belt. So this belt is a little bit smaller than the original one that was in here, which is one I replaced about a year ago. Let's hope that the one that's a little bit smaller will just give it a little bit of extra torque to complete that loading cycle. As you can see, when this moves around is what raises and lowers the mechanism. Alright, let's see whether it'll load properly this time. In confidence, I'll put the nose cone on the front here because I think we're okay on this one. Okay, I think we got it. So just a bad belt. It hasn't lost its tension. This was a new belt that I put in a year ago. So there's nothing really wrong with this belt other than the fact that it just might have been sized just a little bit too big. I try to find belts that are as close to the original size without being too tight, because you don't want to put on one that's too tight. That'll add excess stress to the motor. So you try to find belts that are about the same size as the original. There's nothing wrong with this belt other than the fact that it was just a little bit too big. So we'll put a little smaller one on, and that should solve the problem on this one. Thanks for watching.